So welcome back to some more Duel Links ranked PvP, going in with Varis, Revolver with the brand new Rokket deck. We're going against Ishizu, which is not a character you see often on ladder. They're on a 3-win streak plus a rank up, which, let's see. With pre-science, I'm not sure what plays it, and in terms of opening hand, this would be pretty good going first. It's Spellbook. Now, is this Spellbook DM, or is it just pure Spellbook? Because you're playing, what, 23, 24 cards, setting back row. Let's see. Let's see what happens, right? Quick launch, activate you. We can then go and grab our Rokket Tracer and not do anything. Okay, fair enough, that's fine by me. In for Tracer, and there comes down the Karma Cut. Discarding a DM. Now your navigation is live, and this is a once per turn effect, so we can just dodge it. Do they know we can dodge? I don't think they really do unless they got something else, right? You don't? Okay. Fair enough. In for our Silver Rokket. There's not really much we need to kind of banish in the graveyard, which is fine. We can technically then go for the Borrow launch if we want to, but you know what? We actually kind of should, right? Yeah. Go and dump the... I kind of want to save that, right? But if that's navigation, then it gets again anyway. So that is doubly rough. But I'm going to go and dump the Shell Rokket to get our Sector. And from here, we'll go Sector, then gonna summon out to the field our Magna Rokket Dragon, and hopefully it's still chainable, so it could be navigation, it could be Eternal Soul. So let's go for our quick launch and go and grab a second Tracer. Now we can't do this pop effect, right? We can't do this, but it does give us a tuner to make a beefy dragon if we want to, or we just kind of use it as material. So let's go for I'm not too sure here. You know, I'm not too sure. Let's go booster. Go 1, 2, and go for our booster dragon. We can't OTK this turn, but we can. I mean, we can do if we attack in. We can do. And he's not doing anything with it. Okay, I'm just going to go and set Necrofusion because surely it's not navigation. Right? Surely not. But let's go attack in. I probably should have gone for its Eternal Soul. Okay. That's completely fine. That's fine because Borrow Furious Dragon just destroys this, so that is fine. End our turn, and then we'll see what you do. Because I don't think there comes the rod. Okay. So we've got to kind of shut this down in a minute. Add in the circle. Go on, play your circle. I can then chain my Necrofusion, blow up your Eternal Soul, and we'll be good. Let's go. Necrofusion. Love this card. In for our Prismatic Borrow Furious Dragon. Let's go 1, let's go 2, and summon you. And then we can just get popping. Wait for this to resolve. Adding the navigation. Oh, that is big. That is big. Doesn't matter. It just don't matter. Let's go Furious Dragon. We'll go and pop our Silver Rokket Dragon. And then go pop the Eternal Soul. And that is your board gone. Say navigation. And or scoop up. Whichever you want. But I'm guessing you've got a DM in hand maybe, so it'll be live anyway. Discarding to summon the Apprentice. Okay. So just going to go for the guaranteed beat over my Booster Dragon. Right, not sure that's the best move in the world, but I guess it is a move, right? It's a move, but it don't matter. Because we're going to summon back our Silver Rokket Dragon. We could have gone for our Tracer, pop this, summon something else. Would have probably been better. But, let's see. MST. Doesn't matter. We'll just go and hit this one with the MST. Kill that. There we go. And from here, we can just go into battle. Attacking Furious Dragon, don't need to bother with our pop, and then 2k to the face, and whatever you do next turn, it is done. You've lost Ishizu, you can't win, thanks for playing. Discarding again to summon another Apprentice. Okay, just the double top deck, I guess that's nice, adding the Altar Dar Magician, very cool, and I guess you'll just probably crash, right? Fair enough, GG's, on to game number 2. Potentially a mirror match. I say potentially because I've seen so many Revolvers now playing Gouki. And it's like Playmaker. You think, I'm going to be against Cybursts and Code Talkers, and I'm going to banish their decode. Blasting Borrel, to me, means Gouki. That just means Gouki. Now, opening hand-wise, we could not have... Battlewasp? That is incredibly based. What? With Blasting Borrel, that's the Borreload skill and the... Okay. I am intrigued, but not so much as our hand. Right? We've opened all 3 of our fusion cards and only 1 target. And even if we could summon into our Furious Dragon, we wouldn't, because we've banished these targets and it wouldn't make sense to do so. So summoning 3, sending 1. Quick launch though is very big. So let's go quick launch in for... I can't believe they gave us this card. They kind of need to, right? It gave us this plus Tracer, like 2 of the best cards in Rockets, so that eventually they can nerf it, right, and put them on limit 2s, limit 3s. But I don't think they will. I think they're kind of fine. So let's go Boost Sector and get rid of a Dragon's Mirror, that's fine. Put you up on the field. Nothing really chaining here, which is nice. Boot Sector activating, although Bakura now live, which is not great. Olenoids. Okay. Forcing out my Tracer now. That is fine, because we didn't normal summon, so... Oops, almost targeted the wrong card. That'd have been embarrassing. And there is a Sting, the Wasp, which is going to negate the effects of my Rokket Tracer. That is incredibly based. Okay. Okay, I can get down with that. So let's go for Magna Rokket Dragon. And I guess... Oh, no, right, this is going to pop. So that isn't that nice. But the other options are not all that great at the moment. Like, Booster doesn't really do... Oh, no, Booster is the right call. It is the 100% right call. Let's go Booster here. Because we don't want to, like, let our Magna Rokket die. So let's go Booster, set you, set Dragon's Mirror, because why not? Let's go and not buff any other monster, right? And just attack in. And get rid of that. Right. Okay. Our Borrel is live next turn. He can summon back out a token with the Olenoids, right? And then go for a summon. Arbalest the Rapid Fire. When it's summoned, special monster. He just summoned back the negate. Are you serious? Summon back in the gate. Adding a Battlewasp. That's 5, 7, 9. Okay. Are there any level 9 Battle Synchros? There might be. And I think their big boss is bigger than Borreload. So, that's not good. Getting another Arbalest next turn. Okay. That's a really cool normal summon, actually. Just that, summon that, get that back. Ending the turn. Gonna go for a Necrofusion. So, 1, 2. Use you, let's use you. And here comes Borreload Furious Dragon. In all his might. But he can't do anything, really. So, we can kind of force out the negate of the Sting on our Booster Dragon. And that should be fine. Shell Rokket, though, is incredibly big. And Shell Rokket is going to destroy any monsters in the column and then any adjacent... Holy crap. Oh my god. If I put this in the middle, that'd have been insane. But it's not. So let's just go and put you here. And see if Revolver bites. Are you going to bite on the negate here? Let's go 1, target this, and then Booster Dragon, target itself activating. So if you can negate this. If not, I get attack points. Either way's fine by me. If he does negate, we clear the tuner. We then clear, we do a pop and attack. Like, yeah. Okay, fair enough. So going to negate the Shell Rokket. I'm still going to get a boost, which is good. And then we can just attack in, right? So we go 1, attack in with this. And then we go 2. Don't even need to use a clear. Okay, no clearing need. Just, oh no. Oh wait, please don't have a float. Do not have a float. Just summon and don't float. Please, in for another one, in for this. And there's no... Okay, it adds, okay. Adding the Twin Bow. Which is fine, right? We just go Furious Dragon to target this. And then pop this. And then attacking for game. Okay. This is going so much better than last night. on to game number 3. So this guy's name was No Signal Guy, and I really hope that's not the case and we're not going to have a guy with no signal at all. But let's see, going first, can this be our rank up game, I think, into Legend? Please. Again, that's not fantastic. That's really not good. So I'm gonna set the Magna Rocket and set the MST, and that's kind of it. Now, Bakura could be anything, right? There's no skill. It could be any deck. It could be a fun ritual deck, right? Setting a card, and setting 2. Blind MST to come in clutch. It is Starry Night. I've not actually played against Starry Night in Duel Links ever, so I'm not entirely sure what they have access to. But I know their dragon is summonable and then pops. And what likes being popped? Rockets. So this is kind of a perfect matchup if there's no big negate. Adding the Ceremony, which is Reveal a Light, and if you do, add 1. Okay. So I think this one we're going to... Bullfire. Just adds again, okay. They've got a lot of adding. I think that was it, right? They had a lot of adds, but no negates. I think that was it. Starry Night Ceremony, which doesn't really do anything for us, but it does let him summon, so I am going to go and MST it. That is the one issue, is that card does let him summon in my turn. So I'm hoping that he hasn't got a second. Please don't. Attacks in, end phase. We're then going to go and use the effect of our Metal Rocket and go for a, I believe Rocket Tracer is kind of the safe bet here, right? Miss Summon Tracer, and then we can kind of go in from there, right? That's so rough in terms of what we got. But let's go Boost Sector. We've just kind of got to use it as a target on board, right? To go for a Furious Dragon. Because this can't do anything. Because he's got 1 body on board, so that's kind of dead. Let's go Tracer. Tracer pop this. And then we'll summon into, I guess, Magna Rocket? Does something happen here? We'll see. So we can now go for Dark End. Or we can go for a Link. And again, it always comes down to like the Booster Dragon, I think. Because that will then get me a summon back. So I think that's the right call. Is go for Booster. Because then it floats. If my Borreload Furious Dragon dies, Booster floats into it. If this dies, and then my Borreload dies, I can use the Borreload to bring back this guy. So that kind of works. Let's go. Dragon's Mirror. Playing into Imperm. Because that's definitely in Duel Links. In for, again, the Borreload Furious Dragon. We'll go 1, we'll go 2. And I wish you would summon Borreload, the normal Borreload Dragon, more, right, in this deck. But games are usually over before you see Borreload. Like, which is kind of scary to think about. But at the same time, games can also be so slow that you just, like, get to Borreload, and it doesn't do much. Starry Night Arrival. This just summons out the dragon. Okay. So we'll see what he targets here. I believe it's targeting removal, right? I hope it's targeting removal. Starry Dragon. It is. Okay. So we'll go Borreload. Target you. And then just pop the Starry Night Starry Dragon. Just a 1-for-1 trade. Dark. So when I said it was a good matchup, I lied. But we can go again. We can just go again for another Borreload Furious Dragon. Because we opened the double Dragon's Mirror. So I guess we'll do that. And then we'll just attack in. Deal 500. Doesn't be destroyed. Attacking again. And that one is destroyed. Okay. So kind of not in a good spot, but this card here is the main phase, just summon out a light. And of course, he has, I should destroy this on thing, shouldn't I? Of course, the second Starry Night Starry Dragon comes down. Of course. That's annoying. So I guess we'll just chain the Borreload here, and we'll go, kill Borreload, and I guess there's no way he's got a third, right? There's no way. Let's just go for that back row and just see what it is. It is a Drowning Mirror Force. So now we take some damage, now we take a Ray L, and now we take the L. Or no, because it floats, right? It floats into the Borreload. And there's a ceremony, oh my god. So much stuff, there's just so much going on. Activate ceremony. Ceremony goes and grabs another light fairy. Or not. Okay. Starry Night just banishes. Oh. Why did I think it was a good matchup? Why did I think the anti-dark deck was a remotely good matchup for Borreload? On to game number 4. Final duel, we're facing another Brit, and it's a Pegasus. So this again could be anything. There's no real only Pegasus decks. They're on a win streak and a rank up, and we're not. We just lost ours. Life boost alpha, so it could be Cosmo, maybe. Setting 3. Just setting everything. Oh, okay, fair enough. MST's good. I like to see MST. Let's go for you, and just blind hit, I guess, the first middle back row. Why not? Let's see. Anything. Gouki. Okay. Destroy it, and then draw 1 card, right? Yeah, okay. So kind of good that we... Okay, it does get a search, though. It does get a search with the Octo Stretch. How much else, realistically, do you have, though, in Gouki? I'm not too sure of what the whole Gouki deck plays that is like back row, right? Aside from these dies. But we've opened really well. Like, actually stupidly well. So, let's go quick launch. However, for saying we opened well, we kind of don't want to send any of these cards back to the deck. Warning point. That's just getting popped. That's just getting tagged out. Like, I'm sorry. You're getting dodged. And we're going to go for the Magna Rokket Dragon. Why not? This is actually kind of okay now. So, do we go for the straight Borreload here? No, we don't. Do we? Do we? Skill? Send back the Metal Rokket Dragon? We didn't need to do this, right? This isn't necessary. But it does kind of, if he's got a back row, it forces out the back row. That wouldn't matter anyway, but it still forces out the back row. So, let's go Silver Rokket Dragon. Summon you. Do not have the hand trap. I think that was the restriction anyway, so it's fine. Dragon's Mirror. Summon into the Borreload Furious Dragon. I'm going to go banish this, and we should have gone for our Link, but that is fine. In for the Furious Dragon, and that should be game. Just straight up attack in. 1. Life point boost alpha. Oh dear. Okay. There was no game there, right? There was game with Booster Dragon. There was game with Booster Dragon. Summoning the Super X in for a special summon of a Gouki from hand. And then when he sends the graveyard, he gets a search. I'm not sure what you hit here. I imagine you go for one of the big links that get summoned. And the fact that his summons aren't once per turn effects is wild. Thunder Ogre though coming down. And this is going to gain another normal summon. I think we go here. I think here is where we push the button. I'm not too sure. But that second normal summon can come in clutch. So I think that's where we push the button. But I'm probably wrong. And if we had our Booster Dragon, we could have floated. Here comes the rematch. He added the Rise Scorpio, the Twist Cobra though, so that can give an attack buff, which can beat over my Borreload. Ah, it's so annoying. It's so annoying we flood the OTK by 100 points. And then rinse and repeat. Right? There's Jet Ogre. And Rise Scorpio triggers. Add a Gouki. Octo Stretch triggers as well. Adding the finishing move. Gains 2,000 attack points. Okay. 4k attack. Attacks in. Activate Steel Rokket. This can go and grab a Rocket Tracer. Do not give me a second Rocket Tracer. I sincerely hope this goes down in the turn. It does, okay. Okay, Magna Rocket Dragon is fine by me. We'll summon you. We now have to make a play. And that play is, I assume it's going to be Hot Red, but I want to see, is there anything in Graveyard that can kind of trigger? So this does not trigger. This does not trigger. These don't trigger as well in the graveyard. Does this have a graveyard effect that triggers? Inflict damage, discard this card? No, it doesn't, okay. So we're fine. Let's go. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. And this should be game. Please do not have the hand trap or whatever. Come on, attack in. Let's go. 3k to the face. And there we go. Rokket taking the win after we kind of flopped the OTK onto the deck list. And so here is the list we are running. As you can see, we're running the Duel Ceiling because it is so funny to just pop the opponent's entire board and then summon your own board back at the end of the turn. But we didn't see this card once today. Nor did we see the Borreload access or Quad Borrow. Now, Quad Borrow to me is in for like the very niche situations where you kind of need it, but most of the time, you don't. Most of the time, you're winning via Booster Dragon and via Furious Dragon. Or you're winning via Tracer, popping itself, and then someone else summing from deck and attacking for game. Literally it. Rokket seem pretty good, but not overall top tier relevant, right? Over time, I assume that Tracer and Quick Launch will be in a ton of decks, right? Rose Dragon currently are seeing play with it. Some people are playing Lunar Light with Rokket. Like, it doesn't make sense, but it's such a good engine for getting cards out of your deck, and so I think eventually it'll be hit, but at the moment I think what this deck really needs is Squib Draw. It's pop 1 to draw 2. That'll make the deck, like, fly even more than what it does, and will be insane. And I think that they'll give us that card eventually, and then it'll be like, Squib Draw Quick Launch to 2, or to 3, sorry, and then you'll be forced to choose what do you play. But overall, a very fun deck. It's not top tier, it can get cog. Let's go. I'll see you all tomorrow, probably for my Dolce video. See you then.